Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of A Touch of Evil and the Unspeakable Horror, where we're just about to start episode 8. But before we do, yes, we've got a quick Catweazle's cock-up corner. A couple of things I got wrong last episode. We'll do them in order. The first thing I got wrong was during the hero phase when our friend the Scarlet Shadow made his way to the blacksmith in order to buy bought those 2 books, didn't he? Which hopefully he's going to swap with Anne-Marie. Now, when he did that, of course he is wanted. And whenever he turns up in town and finishes his movement there, he has to roll. Now, he's going to roll 4 dice because he gets to roll his cunning. And if you can roll a 5 or 6, then that's top banana. Nothing else happens. Why is he rolling 4 dice? Because he only has a cunning of 3. Well, if you recall, he still had the pistol crossbow when he stopped at the blacksmith. He didn't lose it until the mystery phase, so he still has it. So he's going to be rolling 4 dice. Let's see if he avoids the long arm of the law. Well, he's got 2 successes there. 1 fell out. We'll roll it anyway. We got 2 5s. And there we go. So he was fine. That's great. Now, what is the other thing that I got wrong? We'll get rid of that. Get it out of the way. Yes, it was when we had to roll on the minion chart. I just read it wrong. I thought we needed a minion. We didn't need a minion. We just go through whatever. I just got a bit confused with the actual text on the card and just read it wrong. Not text on the card, it was the text on the mystery chart, wasn't it? So we rolled a 3, so we do have to put a summoning circle out. So we've got the lair deck. So where's the summoning circle going? Hopefully it's going to go into Shadowbrook, and I'll explain why in a minute. Come on, Shadowbrook. Icy waters. Rubbish. So that goes bloody miles away. And, yeah, we've got to roll to see... In fact, we've got to put that back, haven't I? We've got to roll to see if we actually get a minion. A 2, we don't get a minion. So... why did I want it in Shadowbrook and why did I want a minion? Well, I wanted it in Shadowbrook so one of our investigators could get there, probably Anne-Marie. And why did I want a minion? Well, I wanted to kill that minion because apart from the Scarlet Shadow, nobody has got any investigation. And we need investigation at a showdown. So you've got to pay the lair cost when you start a showdown. Now, the Scarlet Shadow, he's got 4 investigation, so he can pay. Unfortunately, Inspector Cooke and Anne-Marie have no investigation whatsoever. So if we were to start a showdown this turn, unless they get investigation very, very quickly, then they're not going to be able to do it. Because they won't be able to pay the lair cost for the card and won't be able to join in. Which, Scarlet Shadow on his own, I don't think he's got much chance. I'm not too bothered about Inspector Cooke, because I don't think he'd be too good anyway. But to get him in, we will get that 3rd Elder, if he's there. So, while I'm thoroughly expecting him to get killed pretty quickly, we do really need him to get that 3rd Elder in. We can't have more than 1 Elder per hero, I think. So, we do need him, at least at the start. So... bad news, eh? We cannot, start a showdown this turn as it stands. We'll see if we get any investigation during the hero phase for those 2 characters, but if they don't, then we're going to have to delay it, unfortunately. Okay, right, that's it for corrections and clarifications and whatnot. So what we shall do is we shall crack on with the hero phase, and our first player is Inspector Cooke. And here we are at the hero phase, where we're actually with the Scarlet Shadow. It was Inspector Cooke's turn, last turn to go first. It's now the Scarlet Shadow's turn. So here he is at the blacksmith. So what we're going to have to do is roll for movement. So come on, a 5, brilliant. Yep, we wanted a high number because we want him to go to the manor. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to trot up at the manor. Now, before he has an encounter there, we'll very quickly, before we zoom in, we'll do some of the other stuff that we want to do. We want to exchange cards. Now, we're all there, so the Scarlet Shadow can exchange cards with both Inspector Cooke and with Anne-Marie. So what he's going to exchange is, first of all, Anne-Marie is going to give him the pistol. So that gives him 3 town items, but not for long, because he's going to get rid of the Book of Town History and the Book of Law, and he's going to give those to Anne-Marie. The reason Anne-Marie gave him the pistol first is because otherwise she would have gone over her town item limit, but by giving the pistol first of all to the Scarlet Shadow, it means she didn't go over her carrying limit. And as regards trading in this game, it's exchanging of cards, so they can go both ways, even though it's not actually her turn yet. So had her hand over the pistol before he gave her the books. So she now has 3 books, and she's got a combat of 10. So that is absolutely marvellous. And he gets an extra combat with the pistol, so that's good. Anne-Marie could use the pistol, but for the sake of carrying limits, she had to get rid of something, and the books are much better as regards her particular character. So we've exchanged cards. We're not going to do anything else. We're just going to get straight on with the encounter at the manor. So let's zoom in and let's get the manor deck. And here we are at the manor. What a pity we cannot start a showdown, because Anne-Marie and poor old Inspector Cooke do not have any investigation. They did, I would start one straight away, but we can't. So what we're going to do is, well, we won't do one straight away. After we'd done this encounter, we'd do one, but unfortunately, it would not be prudent. So we'll do a cut and then see what we have here. Ooh, sabre. So he gets an item, a hand weapon, +1 combat, +1 honour. An elegant weapon for a civilised age. So that gives him an extra combat and an extra honour. His honour's pretty cool anyway, but yeah, I think this puts him up to about 7 honour. Possibly more if he's got any more bonuses. And his combat goes up to 6. So that's excellent. Good find. And yes, Scarlet Shadow and Anne-Marie are pretty tough. I'll just put the mana deck back, because the other two are going to have to move, otherwise we would be lingering. Alright, that is it for the Scarlet Shadow. Well done, he's come to the party. Next up it will be Anne-Marie. And here we are with Anne-Marie. Let's roll for movement. Unfortunately, she does not have her friend the coachman anymore. She gets a 4, that's good, because it means she can get somewhere. Considering lingering, but, you know, the fact is, are we going to get an investigation? Don't particularly think we are. So, what she's going to do is she is going to move 4. Now, she could get to the doctor's office, the town hall, or the blacksmith. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. She could actually make the windmill as well. Or the church. Hang on while I have a think. Okay, I'm back. I've had a little think. Now, the church, blacksmith, town hall, doctor's office, all those sorts of things, they're good for getting event cards. But what we really need is investigation. So I think our best chance of that is actually doing a proper encounter. So it looks like the windmill. And there is always a chance that even if we don't get an encounter that'll give us investigation, we could, you know, pick up something good. So I think that's what we'll do. So Anne-Marie is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the windmill. We'll zoom in on the windmill, and she's got no investigation or anything like that, so we're just pretty much going to have the encounter. Zoom in on the windmill, get the Windmill Encounter deck, and we'll see what happens to Marie. And here we are with Marie at the windmill. Here is the windmill deck. Whoop, pick them all up. Crappy shuffle, and we can do a cut. There we go. Come on, somewhere where we can get some investigation. Do it! Book of Town History. We've got another book. And it's a windmill one, so we can keep it. Item book +1 coming. When you have this item, it costs you 1 investigation less to look at the secrets of a town elder. Minimum of 1 investigation. Well, this is great. We've got yet another book. So she's now got 12 combat, but we need investigation. We've got no investigation. So, yeah, brilliant. She got another book. She can actually keep that because it's a windmill item. So we've got, I think we've got a windmill item, we've got a monastery book item, and we've got those 2 books that we bought from the blacksmith. So she's doing really well on books, but we just can't seem to get investigation so we can start the showdown. But, okay, never mind. Oh, another thing. When we did the exchange, we can only exchange cards. So we can't, even though the Scarlet Shadow had 4 investigation, he can't like sort of give his investigation away. So we weren't able to cheese it that way, unfortunately. Okay, right, anyway, that's the end of Anne-Marie's go. Next up, it is Inspector Cooke. And here we are with Inspector Cooke there at the manor. Him and Sophie are at the manor. What are we going to do? Well, we've got a roll for movement, and we've got a roll for a high number again. That's what we want. And we get a 1, which is crap. Well, it's good in a way, because we do get another event. So, let's find out what our event is. Come on, something good. What is it? Reassuring Speech. Event. Plays an action while in any town space to immediately move the shadow track D3 steps away from darkness. That's pretty good. Gain 2 investigation for each of these steps moved on the shadow track. Play to cancel any mystery card with the keyword hysteria. Okay, okay. But that is a good event. So we can all use that. Remember, it's not just Inspector Cooke. But the fact is, unfortunately, he can't get to a town space. Otherwise, I'd have gone straight into a town space there, and we'd have done that as an action, and he'd have at least rolled a 1, so he'd have at least got the single investigation that he needs to join the showdown. As it stands, we are going to linger, because I see no point in going on a road space here. So what we'll do is, yeah, we will move along is what we'll do. Not move along, we'll stay put, which means we have to roll. Linger in. We do not want another 1, so I've just swapped that die. And we're going to roll another 1. And we get a 3. So that's cool, because it means we do not go for linger. In fact, I should have rolled that other die. We'd have been attacked by a minion, I think. But, oh, never mind. No guarantee I got a 1 anyway, was there? So he stays in the manor. He doesn't get attacked. What we'll do is zoom in, and yes, time to get the manor deck out again. And here we are at the manor. Scarlet Shadow, Inspector Cooke, the Harbourmaster. They're having a fun time. So, manor deck. Crappy shuffle. Now we need some sort of encounter that will give us investigation if possible. If not, we want a funky item. If we end up getting a minion, that's fine. If we kill it, we get 5 investigation. So come on. Secret passage. Well, we know it's got secret passage. Moving an old book on the shelf, a creaky door opens to reveal a dusty passage. The faint sound of violin and aroma of sulphur beckons you inside. Oh my god. Make a cunning 4+ test. If successful, gain 1 investigation for every 4+ rolled, and immediately move to and encounter any other named space on the board. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That is fantastic. So, 4+ cunning test. So we've got half chance, 4, 5 or 6. His cunning, he has +1 cunning, his cunning's 5 as well. That is absolutely amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, son. Come on. and he gets 3 successes. He gets a 4, 5 and 6 in there. So that is 3 investigation, is it not? Yes. And we've got another encounter coming up. 3 investigation. What am I moving over here for? The investigation's right there. So he now has enough investigation, and I have a cunning plan. As befits his cunning of 5, I have a cunning plan for Inspector Cooke, because what we've got to do here, focus, we've got to move to and encounter any other named space on the board, and I know just the place for him to go. So we'll discard that card, get rid of the mana deck. Now, where's he going to go? I'll tell you where he's going to go. He's going to the doctor's office. And here's Inspector Cooke at the doctor's office. First thing is we draw an event, because we encounter the space. So let's flick that and dupe. Honourable gesture. I think we've already got this. Play to give any hero or town elder +2 honour for the rest of the turn or showdown fight round. Play to prevent any number of wounds that another hero would have just taken. Gain 2 investigation for each wound played in. We will keep this for that bit down there. So we'll put it with the other honourable gesture. We've doubled up on quite a few cards here. What with You Go First, Battle Fury and honourable gesture. Now, the other thing he's going to do, because it's still his hero turn, remember, he's going to use the special encounter text on Doctor's Office. You can heal 1 wound for 1 investigation each. Oh yes! What a nice move. So 2 out of his 3 investigation are going to heal them 2 wounds. He is now fully healed. And we still haven't finished, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get rid of those. So I'll pop those up here. Ooh, bit of a stretch. And where is that card? Reassuring speech. So let's have a look here. We can play as an action in any town space. The doctor's office is a town space. So we've got to roll a die, and we can move the shadow track D3 steps away from darkness. Always worth doing. And we're guaranteed at least 2 investigation. So the 2 investigation we just spent, we should be able to get back. Because even if we roll 1 on a D3, that's 2 investigation. We'll get that, we'll use that 6 there, won't we? Remember kids, always re-roll your 6s. It doesn't always work, but more often than not. So come on. In fact, a 3 or a 4 would be our better bet. A 3. Yes, the finger of power. The finger of power, Paulie. Why would it better? Was it better to get a 3? Because that means it moves back 2. We didn't want it to cross back into here. We'd have gone over into a previous stage. And the previous stage would have meant we would have lost Sophie. She'd have gone back to the town square. But as it is, or the town hall, yeah, she'd have gone back to the town hall. As it is, because we've gone back up here, we're still in the red zone. So unfortunately the minions still have +1 and all that sort of cobblers. But we haven't crossed the stage. We've still gone back a couple. So that's good. Woohoo! So we're back on 8 on the shadow track. And he gets 4 investigation. So he now has 5. The only person who doesn't have the requisite investigation now is Anne-Marie, and hopefully she can do that next turn. So, whew, that's Inspector Cooke up to 5 investigation. Scarlet Shadow still has 4, and Anne-Marie has 0, unfortunately. We can get rid of that particular event card and discard it. So that was an amazing turn by Inspector Cooke, who's been very quiet throughout the game, but he's pulled it out of the bag at the last minute. He's realised that things are getting a bit tight, and he had to get the lead out of his pants, which he has done in a spectacular fashion. Oh, the other thing why we didn't want to go into another stage, the Harbourmaster would have moved as well. As it is, we've given ourselves a bit of breathing space. And even if we get some shadow track movement during the mystery phase, hopefully Sophie won't be going anywhere and the Harbourmaster won't be going anywhere. So brilliant, a fantastic turn. Right, okay. That can all change though, because the hero phase is over and it's now the mystery phase. And here we are at the mystery phase, so let's go through what we've got to go through. Minion movement. There isn't any. None of the minions on the minion chart require movement during the mystery phase. A mystery card may change that, but as it stands, they do not move. KO'd heroes are revived. Well, nobody's been knocked out. They get knocked out during the mystery phase. That's big problems for us, but nobody got knocked out during the hero phase at least. If the villain had any wounds on him, now would be the time to heal him up, but he doesn't, so we can skip that as well. Then normally we'd roll on the mystery phase chart. We're going to do that in a moment, but first of all we have the special ability of the Unspeakable Horror, the End Times. So we've got to place out a summoning circle. So in order to do that, we have to find out where it is going. So that is why the layer deck is out. And, oh, this is manageable size now. We'll give it a quick crappy shuffle. And, yeah, that's another thing as well. Because we didn't go over the stage, we didn't have to put all the discards back into the layer deck either. So, crappy cut. Where's it going? The Blacksmith has got a summoning circle. This could be good. We want a minion in. This time we do want a minion at the Blacksmith. So get rid of that. Pop that over there. Summoning circle goes to the Blacksmith. And for once, we do want a high number. Perhaps not a 4, because that'll be a Crimson Hand and they're a pain in the ass. But a 5 or a 6 would do brilliantly. Come on. A 2. Oh, I don't believe it. So we don't get a minion. The only reason I wanted a minion is the way Anne-Marie is, with loads and loads of like combat now she's got all those books, is she would have just like, you know, steamrolled them and got 5 investigation, but unfortunately it's not to be. We just get the summoning circle, so that's a bit of a blow. Okay, we'll get rid of the minion chart. Ah, it's bad, isn't it, when you want minions to turn up. So now we moved on to the Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart. How it rolls off the tongue. Right, we need to roll 2 dice. So we want 2 black dice, because it's evilness. And we get an 8. Oh, I don't think we've rolled an 8 yet. So what crapness is that? Oh, it's murder, murder. Murder, murder, draw a random... We have had it before. Draw a random location, play 3 investigation there. Please let it be the windmill. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. And... yeah, it's as if the mystery card, murder, murder, had been played. For villain abilities, we'll have to check. There is one on the Unspeakable Horror. Okay, so a layer card for where the investigation is going. We've just shuffled them, so I'll just do a cut. The Forgotten Island, which is a real pain in the arse to get to. Oh, the mystery phase isn't helping us out. We had a really good hero phase, but the mystery phase is bobbins. So 3 investigation go on to the Forgotten Island, if I don't chuck them all over the floor. So pop that there. 3 investigation on the Forgotten Island. And 1 step closer to darkness. So we move to 7. So that is good news. Putting it back 1. was putting it back 2 was really good, because yes, that's what we like. Fantastic. We're on 7 and we actually started this turn on 6, so we're still got a net gain on the shadow track. And what is the Unspeakable Horrors ability as regards murder? I think I forgot it last time, but we'll remember it this time. Human sacrifice, that's it. We've got to roll a d6. On a roll of a 4+, we put the Crimson Hand at the same random location as the investigations. Well, that's rubbish, because it's the Forgotten Island. Because, yeah, it's another minion, but it's really difficult to get to. Plus it's the Crimson Hand, so we roll a 4+, so we get a Crimson Hand going to the Forgotten Island. Again, if we, you know, if Anne-Marie had that single investigation, I'd be whooping at the luck we're having here. You know, not getting one during the end times, the summoning circle, and getting one now but it's going to the Forgotten Island, or getting one that goes, you know, to icy waters and all this sort of cobblers. It's just you're just like, ugh, damn it. Right, anyway, so we've done that, so pop that back, and we have the mystery card now. So come on, let's have some investigation somewhere we can pick it up. A cut. Finger of power, come on. Ooh, what's this? That's Sophie, I don't like this. The Order's influence. Mystery, conspiracy. Play this card on Sophie, you are joking. The midwife while she is alive. Town elders with more than one secret may not join a hunting party. If she is dead or join the villain, discard and move the shadow track 1 step closer to it. Well, she's not dead. We are a private people and would prefer to stay that way. While she's alive, town elders with more than one secret may not join a hunting party. That's crap. That means nobody can join our hunting party, and it remains in play. I think we can get rid of that though. Hang on, because it's a remains in play. Let me just check the ability of Sophie the midwife. It doesn't say that she will leave Inspector Cooke, so she's still with Inspector Cooke. Just means they can't join a hunting party. And what is it? May cancel any mystery card in play or event as it is in played on the d6 roll of a 3+. So we get a chance to get rid of it. Remember, she is with Inspector Cooke. So what we require here is a 3+. Now that's 2/3, so come on. Come on. Oh, anything but a 1 or a 2, and we can get rid of that. A 5. Woo! Yes! So we got rid of that. It's a mystery card. It's remain in play, so we can get rid of it. And we are. Get you gone. I'm sure I've played that right. Let's just check. May cancel any mystery card in play, and it was in play, as it is, or event as it is played on the d6 roll of a 3+ each. So, woo! She has cancelled that. That's brilliant. She is with Inspector Cooke. So we've got rid of that. I'm wondering, it doesn't say that that's an action. So I think we can do it during the mystery phase. If not, I'm going to take that roll and do it during the action phase next turn. Okay, it's out of order, but I don't care. It was rolled in good faith, so I'm having that. She rolled a 5. So, yeah, if it means we can't get it till the action phase, she rolls that. She'll have rolled that during the next turn, during Inspector Cooke's go. Right, that is the end of... yes, I love it when I make house rules just up, out of my head. But it may be we could have played that anyway, and we've played it at the correct time. Yes, that is it for the mystery phase. So let's move the first player marker on, so I don't get confuzzled like I did at the start of this episode. It'll be Anne-Marie who'll be going first next. Well, all in all, we did brilliant. All we're missing is one single investigation. We need Anne-Marie to get a single investigation, and then we are going to hit the showdown button, baby, and we're going to go for it. Anne-Marie got herself a 3 bucks this turn. She exchanged cards for 2. She picked one up at the Windmill, and she is now officially a beast. She has got 12 combat, so that is nearly as much as the Unspeakable Horror. The Scarlet Shadow, because of that card exchange, he's got a pistol, so he's up to 6 combat. He's pretty handy as well. And 7 combat because he's got the cavalry sabre as well. So yes, he's a beast as well. Not quite as much of a beast as Anne-Marie, but he's up there. And he has the all-important 4 investigation, so he's got enough to join a showdown. Inspector Cooke now has enough to join a showdown because he had an amazing hero phase. He lingered at the Manor. He got a 1 first of all to get an event card, one which eventually allowed us to move the shadow track back twice. What was the event card called? A reassuring speech. So he was able to make a reassuring speech because he ended up at the doctor's office, because he pulled a brilliant card from the Manor deck, the secret passage, and he went to the doctor's office. He had a couple of extra investigation because he found the secret passage. He spent a couple of those on healing himself, so he's now fully healed. Then what happened was he did reassuring speech and knocked the shadow trap back too. So that is just amazing turn. Just pulls it out of the bag. I said it about the game, you know, early on. I says it can look like you're absolutely done and hosed, and then you can just have an amazing turn. And he had an amazing turn this turn. That is just absolutely brilliant. Then we went into the mystery phase. The mystery phase was a bit... We were hoping to get a minion. We're that desperate for investigation for good old Anne-Marie. But unfortunately, we did get a minion, but he went to the bloody Forgotten Island, which is useless. And we didn't get a minion at the blacksmith either when we did the summoning circle. So she can't sort of land on there and get rid of a minion on there because one didn't show up. So that was a bit of a bummer. And then we got a horrible mystery card, which would have meant that we couldn't get any of the town elders with more than one secret, which is basically all of them. So Lord Hanbrooke, the Harbourmaster and Sophie wouldn't have been able to join our hunting party during the showdown. But as it was, we were able to get rid of it. So that's brilliant. And she'd already joined a hunting party. She was already with Inspector Cooke as well, already with him. So it wasn't, she didn't join anything. She was already with Inspector Cooke, and she wasn't dead, and she wasn't with the villain, and so this would have remained in play. Except she had a special ability, which means she can get rid of horrible cards that remain in play, mystery cards. She has to roll a 3 or better. She rolled a 3 or better. What did she roll? Did she roll a 5? Something like that. Anyway, it was more than a 3, so she got rid of it. Not sure whether she does that in the mystery phase or during the, as I say, during the hero phase as an action. But yeah, we're getting rid of it anyway. I'm going to take that 5. Rolled it. Doesn't matter if I rolled it now or rolled it during the next turn. She would have got rid of it. So that's great stuff. I don't think we'll be having a showdown next turn anyway, because we still need that bloody investigation for Anne-Marie so she can pay for the lair card. Fortunately, the lair card only costs 1 because we bought it while we were in the red zone. So at least there's that. Okay, right, anyway, that is the end of episode 8. A fun-packed episode. Lot went on there, and ooh, it's getting exciting, isn't it? So, yes, and we're coming up to Halloween, and we're getting towards the showdown. hopefully during the next episode we can actually pick up that bloody we can pick up that actual investigation for Anne-Marie, and we can just kick off the showdown, because the longer it lasts, I think we're gonna be struggling. So I definitely don't want the shadow track going across the next stage, and because that messes us up with regards to the Harbourmaster and Sophie. So yeah, we have to get a move on. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the views, the subscriptions, for all the likes and the dislikes, and for all the help and support. You are all marvellous. Thank you very much. Why you continue watching, I do not know, but I'm glad that you do. As ever, if you've noticed any mistakes or errors, or want to make some clarifications, like what I did with Sophie there, it's not going to really matter, as I say, but by all means, vent your ire in the comments if I'm doing it wrong, and let me know. And if I can alter it, I can. If I can alter it, I can. If I can alter it, I will. Unless I just decide I'm not going to. No, by all means, please let me know any mistakes that I've made. It is very helpful for other viewers. Thank you very much. And what else do I normally say thank you for? Oh yes, thank you to everybody who's been across the Board Game Links to upvote the site. Very kind of you. And similarly, everybody who's gone across the Board Game Geek to like the video threads over there, make a comment, drop Geek Gold, anything like that. Thank you so much. Oh, also thank you, I think it was Dave and a couple of others that mentioned about the summoning circle. I meant to say thanks to those when I actually did the correction. I forgot all about it. So Dave et al., thank you for pointing that out. And although I did notice the wanted thing on my own during editing. Point that out. But as regards the summoning circle that we did right at the beginning, thanks to David and everybody else who shouted that one out. And other than that, oh yes, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anybody who's following me on there, thank you so much. Right, that is it for episode 8. I hope you join me for episode 9. My phone's going, so I'm going to go now. Toodaloo.